This first one I sort of did because my boyfriend doesn't really like talking about like his past people, which I find quite strange because I'm not really someone who'll get jealous about hearing about them. I'm just really nosy, so I just want to know everything. But he'd sometimes get a bit uncomfortable and be like, I don't think we should be talking about this, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Meanwhile, I'm sort of going, I won't talk about that then. But yeah, anyway. When did you first say I love you? When did you first say I love you? Don't worry, I won't care. I'm just wondering, who first saw you there? Did you ever used to play with her hair like you play with mine? Did she ever look at you like I do and just think, he shines like nothing else matters? Did your hearts patter as you physically joined? I won't be mad. I know you've had others, so have I. It won't make me sad, but I'm curious. When did you first say I love you? And did she ever brand your skin? Were you ever just a bit too rough? Did you accidentally wiggle within and make her feel like she wasn't enough? We've made mistakes in the past. So tell me quick, tell me fast, I hope will last. But what made your past ones imperfect? And when did you first say I love you? Because it's the quirks which make the mirth. Did you ever make her laugh? Did you force her to part her lips when she told you to leave her? How much did you grieve her? Do you still do? And when you watched her leave, when she watched you plead, did you mentally whisper, I love you? And when did you first mean, when did you first say, I love you? Anyway, that's one. I have a debate for you, a threefold riddle for you. There we go, that's the line. 1. I have to check your lips are there, have to stroke the indent of your hair, tuck neatly into my shoulder. I have to check just to ensure that I'm secure, that we will endure. Be close to me, my darling, hold me tight, tell me softly that we'll be alright, hold me close for all to see, let them know that you define me. 2. Are they looking? Did they see that you are now passing me? Did you check, are you sure that they've acknowledged that we are now more than what they are? They are alone, but we are as one. We will not be the lonely ones. Shall we kiss and cuddle? Surely, we should definitely snuggle, make noises, coo, squelch lips and see. Now all of them wish to be we. 3. This is the annoyed one. It's my one. I understand that you like each other. I understand that you've chosen one another. Yet do you have to rub it in? Make cutesy faces, lust and sing, not 2 feet from my chair? Yes, you know, I promise, I see you there. I hear the kisses, do you really have to check? And purr out loud at the taste of her neck? Entwined as one, you're a ripe pair, just pack it in. You shouldn't need the stare to justify why you were there. Please, just save it for outside. Or at least have the decency to try and hide your teenage lust. So pure. How much more must I endure? Please bugger off. This one, like, it's, I know, I'll read it. The myth of death's release. The blade cuts deep and clean into yielding flesh. Blood pours red as sorrow and leaves my body as I do, ready to start afresh. Stop. It's not like that. It has never been like that. Your mother's kitchen knife, so loved for making soup, is brought up to your wrist, judders, twists, only just scratches. You have to try again, a network of scratches. You press the blade, the metal, the rusting onion destroyer back down. This time it works. You find yourself soaring at yourself. The cut is uneven and messy. It hurts. Your body is screaming, and so are you, not with pain of life, but with pain of death, and you can only blame yourself. No release is found, no gentle tumble into peace. The pain rips through you, consumes you, you're crying, sobbing like a child. You feel like one too. You want your mum, your dad, your dog, your siblings, and all those friends you insisted that you didn't have. You need them with you, but you decided to push them away. You decided not to ask for help. You decided you wanted to be lost, dramatic, alone. You decided that you wanted to give up. Giving up is turning out to be harder than you thought. The tears have fallen onto your cut and it stings. Your arm smells of onion. You suddenly think of her face lit up with love as she pours you a bowl. You laughed at a joke as you buttered your bread. You laughed. I haven't properly laughed in years. You realise that was only last week. For someone who's been imitating life, the memory is surprisingly real, not weak. You realise she'll never be the same again. You realise you'll never laugh again, or taste, or smell, or see. The room starts to stink of pee. You've pissed yourself with fear. Do you think your oblivion is near yet, my poor, deluded dear? It's not. Blood is dribbling out as you think. You feel yourself shutting down. One by one, you want to run away from what you've done, what you've started. You blink, but you can't. You want the pain to stop, but you can't move anymore. You're shaking with fear of what's in store for you. There's more to happen to you. Your mum has found you. She screams at the blood, the mess. At you look grotesque. But she still holds you. Calls an ambulance, clutches you, shouts desperately in your ear. You can hear her, but you can't answer. You want to talk to her. Tell her you're sorry, tell her you're scared, that you love her, that you're aware it's not her fault. You want a lot of things, but the selfish do not always win, and you are realising that. She can't hear you. She does blame herself. Her skin is greasy with blood that will never clear. Your blood, her baby's, her child's. The blood so near to hers, half hers, she owns that. You can practically taste her tears. The room now stinks of fear. The ambulance is filled with light. You watch as they fight for the life you threw away. They plunge a needle in. You silently start to pray, drifting in and out of consciousness. It seems too late to stay. Your heart hammers. Your rasping breath stammers out, and your pulse shakes as you frantically try to stay awake. You are too late, and there is nothing. There's no eternal bliss, nor the black velvet of death's embrace, not even folded silence. There's just nothing. There's no light, no love, no laughter. In the end, they didn't lose you, you lost them. By succeeding, you lost. Congratulations. This one's called Be With Me in the Dark, and actually, like, that line, I read it in a poem somewhere else. And I think the line was just, be with me in the dark, and I just fell in love with it, so I made a poem out of it. So I probably, like, 4 lines from this are stolen because it's just that one repeated, but you know. Be with me in the dark and slip your arms apart to cradle my body to yours now. Wait with me in the dark and watch me embark on the journey that I must endure now. Listen to me in the dark and hark to an unspoken pressure. Hear my pleasure, my whispers of grief, relief. Watch as the autumn leaf of my skin fades. Love is with me in the dark as I listen to the end and the start of a wave of sand. I hold onto your hand in the dark and watch as your lips pass in the last laugh of unregret. I smell your last cigarette, taste your last breath, and watch, bereft yet whole, watching time pull away the last strand of my summer wreath in winter. Time so full it can only cease. Release, time is so full it can only bring peace now. And then there's just a 3-line one, so I'll just do that one. One date down. Feverish hands fluttered like skittish birds, nervous eyes danced like a swan's last song, and the promise of tomorrow was left on my lips like a sticky note.